like I say, the moment that you decide, the moment you stop asking, why am I here? The moment you stop asking, what am I doing? What am I fighting for? The moment you you stop just trusting. I mean, the moment you start just trusting people, the moment you you just assume that what you're doing is a good thing, is the moment that you basically just handed yourself over to pretty much the drug dealer, or the psychopath, or the killer that's going to kill and be destroying your home, and probably raping your child. That's the moment that basically you start working for. Who knows? Where do your orders really come from? What are you really doing when you're out there with a gun? You know, are you working for John McCain? Are you working for Bill Gates? Are you working for some 20-year-old kid with a computer? Who are you working for? What do you really believe in? What do you think this country stands for? What are you really doing in those countries? You know, you go in and you get a file and you get a report and it says blah, 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 and has a photo. And says some information about a person. Is that information true? Are you working for some 20-year-old kid that knows how to hack computers? Where do your orders come from? The moment you assume things is the moment that basically you start working for Bill Gates. Or the McDonald's owner down the street. Or maybe it's just one of your members that knows a little bit more than everyone else and is paying some other old person to basically give you orders, and you assume that that's a great general. Because you've been told by everyone else that that's a great general. But who is that person really? Maybe he's the devil. Maybe he's Lucifer Star. Me. Maybe he's just some homeless guy last week that shot 5 people and stole their car and has access to their bank account. You never know where your orders come from. And unless you ask, you'll never know. Maybe it's just some guy that walked in, shot a bunch of people, and stole a big ship. And then went to a harbor somewhere and said, "All right, guys, you joined the military. Get on this shit." Maybe you're a pirate. You don't even know it. Like, are you actually living in a military base, or are you living in a barracks? Do you really work for, or are you actually working for Rasputin? Or some Rasputin-like piece of shit that basically is going, "Hey, want some?" to some 20-year-old kids in another state. And then one day he calls up his friend, and then his friend mails some orders, and you get this piece of paper with some information. And basically he's having you go run a hit for him on some store owner that didn't do anything. And you think he's a terrorist or someone bad, but it says, "Ahama ma ma ba 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 bi ba. Drug blah 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 blah, killer blah 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 blah. Eliminate at all cost." And so you go eliminate him, maybe, thinking that you're doing the world a good thing. But you're actually just killing some school teacher that this kid went up to last week and said, "If you don't fuck me right now, yeah, I want to have sex with you. I want to have sex with your students. And if you don't let me do that, then I'm going to have you killed." Like, it's happened. There have been little psychopaths that there was a kid that had a computer and he was a hacker, and he went around to this high school and he was having sex with all the girls and all the teachers because he had this little paramilitary group off in the distance, and if they didn't, then he would kill them. And these other kids thought that they were doing the world a good thing, and they were actually just this little punk kid's piece of shit way of getting vengeance. And so the whole school was scared of him because they thought he was someone. And he wasn't anyone more than a guy who hacked a computer. Anyway, and then of course someone else killed him. Anyway, like I said, it happened. There's this 20-year-old kid that went to the school. He was a hacker, And like he was having sex with the teachers, he was selling drugs, he was having sex with all the students, and they were all scared to death of this guy because he had lied to these people, and he had some people that he was paying to go kill some people for him. So everybody just let him do whatever he wanted because they were scared of him. Anyway, turns out he was just a hacker and just a piece of shit and just had stolen some money and started selling some drugs and then basically convincingly lied to a whole school and made them think that he was something, and he basically just raped a bunch of women and had his way with a bunch of cheerleaders. 10 years later, 5 years later, or 4 years later, people find out, get mad, and they kill him. Find out that because no one thought it was really him, like, or something like that. Like, you know, he'd whisper it to them, so there's no proof or whatever. But anyway, everyone else thought it was random or something like that. Anyway, and these kids were scared for their lives because if they even said anything, he would have them killed. So, and this other people thought they were blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't really know that much about it. I just know there was a problem like 20 years ago, and I basically... Some other group, like I said, some older people that were working for me basically took care of him. It's like, yeah, take him out. He's a problem. So, you know, we let these people, like me and other people would let these people do a couple things and then we would kill them. Because like, all right, you're a problem for the whole. Time to die. Too stupid to live. So, anyway, quite a few kids like that died. Like all these people, they think the world works a certain way. It's like, no, it doesn't. There's people like me out there in the universe. There's other people. You know, 6 guys and some AK-47s can do a lot of damage. 6 guys in a couple body armor suits can do even more damage. 4 guys and 5 tanks can do a hell of a lot of damage too. You know, and we had all these problems before in the past. And me and a bunch of other people had to go through and just stomp them out. A bunch of older people that just were tired of the crap. Tired of the death. You know. I had the most amount of money and the most technology. I was like, enough! So, you know, we killed all the major problems. And they're, you know, most of them are gone. You know. And like I said, you know, there's always the consequences, which took people about 100 or 1,000 years to figure out that I did exist and that I did have a couple different life form types on my side that were going to deal with people. And they did. And a couple people just disappeared. And a couple people were like, where'd they go, man? Where'd they go? They're just gone. It's like, yeah, well, maybe they met the creator. You know, so... Anyway, like a bunch of people think that they're drug dealers or gang members or tough or something like this, and then, you know, someone like me comes along and it's like, you're dead. You know, or just a pissed off father. You know, tracks him down and it goes, so, and then drops the gun and says, I'm going to jail. You're not going to rape my daughter anymore. You know, I mean, the life works so very interestingly. On the high-end level. And like, you know, I've been through it. So, I'm like, I don't care anymore. Fuck it. Doesn't even matter. I wiped the walls with everyone else, though. That's how I got America. And Germany. And a lot of Germans died protecting the world. From every piece of shit that would come along and think he knew something. But oh well. That's the way it is.